Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wildan and welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit on the subscribe button, subscribe, like this video, share this video. Guys, we are almost 1,000 subscribers and I'll appreciate if you guys would really push this video because it's just an amazing video, okay? So in today's topic, I want to talk about my religion. I reverted to Islam and this will be my revert story. So stay tuned, grab your cup of coffee, grab your cup of tea and enjoy listening to this, okay? So to my old subscribers, I was doing any type of videos, vlogs, thrift haul, house hunting, any kind of videos, but I've been away from this channel for over 2 years now, and I think the last video that I did was a Mexican restaurant or something like that. And yeah, so I am back to creating content, and I hope I will get a lot of support from you guys and from the community out there. And I hope I don't get emotional. I can already start feeling like I'm gonna get emotional. So um in I reverted to Islam in 2021. I remember it was Ramadan. Ramadan was on the month January, February, March, April, May. It was on May, and I went to the masjid on May 7th. I remember it's 5/7. Yeah, so I remember. Oh, I've started with the month. It's 7/5. So I reverted to Islam during that time. And it was a very emotional part of me. Most people did not think that I would last long being a Muslim. Actually, some were telling me, I don't think you will make it through. So, let me take you guys back to where maybe all this started. Um, like okay, I grew up in a very I'm a very religious person, even when I was not a Muslim, alhamdulillah. I used to be that church girl that would not miss Sunday school. I would want to lead the Sunday school in worship. I also want to lead in prayer. I used to practice songs, like for me to sing. I used to go to PCA on my last times before I became a Muslim. So I used to be a PCA member. So I used to practice songs and I would make sure I would sing the song on Sunday. So you can imagine, like every week I had to practice and memorize a song for me to sing on the we used to have Sunday school and the main church, so I would want to sing on the main church. Okay, I was also a member of the brigade. um I was also read the book, the Bible, actually in my native language, in Kikuyu. And most people at that age, they will not do such kind of stuff, okay? But I grew up in a me myself, I was and I'm still a very religious person. So it's not like it's something that came out from nowhere, okay? I remember my mom we used to go and buy milk somewhere, like maybe 15-20 minutes a walk. I remember I would go just singing on the road, and not just singing, like I would like be singing loudly, loudly. I'm singing to the nature because, in the village, there are not a lot of people walking. So I would sing on the nature. And I remember even some people knew me by singing, not even by my name. They used to know me that, oh, that child who usually sings. Ah, okay. So even if they come to my mom's place, they'll be like, ah, where is your daughter who usually sings? Such kind of stuff, okay? Um, Growing up, I found myself, we used to go to Orthodox, and then after Orthodox, I went to PCA. That's now where I started worshiping. So I think I started worshiping there. I don't know from which class, but I worshipped there until I was in maybe after high school, in Form 3, I guess, because in Form 3 is when my mom moved out from my dad's place, and where we went to live at Kangemi, it's my grandmother's area. And I used to go to what's the name of the church? I can't remember the name of the church, but it's kind of more of like a PCA church. So that's where I used to go and worship. In high school, my high school was a Catholic school, and I remember we used to have Muslims there. Not a lot of them, maybe like 3 or 4, not a lot of them. And at first, I used to think to myself, oh, but I know like Muslims, they're supposed to put on a hijab. I also see that in Muslim schools, the ladies, they wear like a white pants and then the skirts, but it was different in my school. They used to wear normal like other people. There is no covering of the head, nothing. I never used to see them pray. Maybe they used to pray somewhere, I don't know, because, most 99% was made up of Christians. So maybe they used to pray somewhere that I never used to know. But I know they used to fast during the month of Ramadan. That was for sure. They used to fast during the month of Ramadan. So I think that's more of my background with my Christianity. So let's get into the knowing most about Islam and all that kind of stuff. So we all know, like back in the days, our mothers used to go to Isli to buy us clothes. And I think the first time I went there, oh, because it used to be a journey. Let me tell you, you have to wake up early so you can get there early, because by that time the roads were not really good. So you have to wake up early so you can make it there on time. And then there used to be a lot of people. So my mom she would not take us every time, but I think maybe once or twice I've been there to Isli when I was still a child. And I remember, I think the first time I went there, I was like, oh, okay. So you would see women wearing the long himars, bubuis or abayas, sorry, because I know I have English viewers here. They will be covered, they'll be wearing the niqab. And, I'll be like, oh, okay. And I remember at that time, we used to have the notion that Muslim women, like not Muslim women, like the Muslim community are dirty. I would say they are dirty because most people think that just because we use water to go to the bathroom and to clean ourselves, we are supposed to be dirty people, okay? So that's what I knew, like, these people, they are dirty. And then, from Isili, like people really spit a lot. So people used to be like, those people, they also like spitting and all this kind of stuff. So that was the general knowledge that I used to know about Isili. Muslims, spitting, dirty people. But trust you me, everyone used to go there for business. You want clothes in wholesale, you go to Isli. You want clothes for Christmas, you go for Isli, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I knew when I was a child. And then I'm going to talk about something that I keep when everyone asks me about how I like stopped, oh my god. I'm going to talk about something a bit personal on my side, and I'll talk about how people that are religious in their Christianity. I'm going to put it like that. Don't get me wrong, but I'm lacking the right word to use. They let me down personally as a person. So in high school, Form 1 and Form 2, I told you my school was a Catholic church, okay? A Catholic school. So in Form 1 and Form 2, the principal that we had, she only allowed the Catholic people to attend Mass. So every other person would remain for CU, Christian Union. So in Form 2, I think the last term, she was changed and we were brought in a new principal. So now we are in Form 3, okay? So the principal said that everyone must be attending Mass. Like it was compulsory for everyone to attend Mass, okay? Mind you, during the other time, we used to have Mass on Tuesdays. So during the Mass on Tuesdays, everyone used to attend. So here comes now that everyone must attend Mass, okay? She doesn't care if you're a Muslim or not. So we started attending Mass and all that kind of stuff. And in Form 3, I was made the games captain of my school because I'm really passionate about games and I love playing netball and badminton. I'm a very sporty person actually. So here I am in Form 3. I'm the games captain, and I was really pushing the games to the next level. I remember, like, I think anyone in my high school, comment down below because you all know how I did with games. So Form 3 was quite smooth, and then here comes Form 4, my last year, but also I was attending games. Um, I remember this time, I don't know, we were from Muranga games, I think. I don't know where we were from, but we got to school pretty late because it was quite a journey. So I remember, you know how high school was. I think it was on a weekend, so people are not in preps. Like they were done with preps. They just chilling in the cubicles. I remember getting to my cubicle and my other schoolmates. They were in my own cubicle. They were playing truth or dare. So I was really tired actually that day. I was like, hi, the games were this, and we won. We are going to the next level, blah blah blah. Took my bucket, went to shower, came and actually left them playing. Only like on Monday that week, they started calling us that we are playing truth and dare. Oh, those are satanic things. Oh my God, there was so much that we were being accused of. I remember, mind you, I was the CRE representative in my class. So my CRE teacher actually, she loved me very much. She would ask me anything and I would tell her. So now we are being accused. And trust to me, she like she made the case to be pending. Okay, so I went for games for the next level. We won again, but again I found them playing truth and dare. Okay, so now this was very serious because we were preparing for KCSE and it was just a chaotic moment. Okay, so um, me being a prefect, it even made it worse. Like, I'm a prefect, I did not report it. We used to have snitches, let me call them snitches. You know, those people that want to be close to people. This, they were prefects from other classes because you don't expect a Form 4 to start going to the principal and telling them all. We don't do that kind of stuff. So they, whoever said it. So now they started saying that we are lesbians, and I was like, lesbians? Like, really? Are you guys for real? So, guys, things really escalated so quickly. We went from being lesbians to now they started separating us with, they started saying this person, this person. And the fact that they will say she did and this is her boyfriend or something, whatever, it was chaotic. I remember we were sent home. Personally, I was sent home and I went home and I explained to my mom. I never hide anything from my mom. I'm very close to my mom, very, very close to my mom. So I didn't hide anything and I told her what had happened. And I even told her, they are saying I'm going to have my exams out of school. And I told her, Mom, I am not a lesbian. I don't even have a boyfriend, let alone being a lesbian. So there's no way I'm going to accept anything that I have not done. Okay. So I stayed home, I think, for 3 or 4 days, and then we had a BOG meeting, Board of Governors, yes, BOG meeting, and we went. I remember the principal was seated there. My CRE teacher was also a member of the BOG. We also had the priest, the Catholic priest was there, and some other BOG members. So go, you say what? You say they say what you have been accused of, and then what the principal wanted is for me to accept that I am a lesbian and whatever we were playing was not good. And I remember I stood and I said, I'm sorry, I'm not a lesbian. And the fact that I found people playing truth and dare in my cubicle. Yes, I am wrong. I did not report it, but I'm not going to accept any other thing that you are going to tell me. And I excused myself because I was really angry. And when I'm angry, I'm the kind of person that I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, my anger range does not allow me to talk. I will just be angry. I will just be burning actually. So I walked out. I walked out. I excused myself and I walked out. And I think they told my mom to come and talk to me. So my mom was like, just accept. I was like, Mom, I'm not accepting anything. If it means me going and just doing the exams from outside, it's fine, but I can't accept something that I haven't done. So I remember my CRE teacher, she talked to me and then she was like, the way Catholics like do confessions. She was like, you're going to call the priest so you can confess, blah 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 blah. So actually the priest remained behind and he was talking to me. And he was still telling me that I should accept. And I'm like, why am I accepting something that I haven't done? So I didn't accept anything, okay? So after that, I was given a punishment to dig. There was a very old tree tree trunk, that I should dig it out. That thing you cannot even dig it out because it was a very old tree. I'm so sure the roots had even gone. It had spread to even some of the classrooms that were around there. So unfortunately or fortunately, it when I was digging, it hit the pipe for the water. So the water started coming out and I could not continue with the punishment. And luckily we were like one day to closing day, so it was just like that. So that actually was the last week of I think the last week of second term, so we can come back to that term. So I think after that things kind of cooled down. For me. And when I finished high school, my mom was not around. She had gone to Saudi for a job. So it was me, my second born sister, my brother, and my nephew. Okay. So at this time, I'm done with high school. I really wanted to do mass and communication. Um, I told my grandmother what I wanted to do, and I remember looking for school, blah 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 blah. And I don't like sitting around and just waiting for people to help me out. I don't like doing that because I have seen people struggle and I didn't want to. Because my sister was still in school, so I have my sister in school, my brother and my nephew, they are also in school. So do I have to also stay home? And we are waiting for mom to send money at end month, so I really don't want to be sitting home doing nothing, okay? So I remember a high school classmate of mine, Marianne, shout out to you. I know she'll be watching this video. She recommended she used to go for theater. I had seen her posting, she's doing traveling theaters, blah, blah, blah. So I started doing theater. We were being paid 500 per show. You know this high school set? Yeah. So we used to be paid 500 per show. After that, there was a strike for teachers when we were going for that term. So that means my job was lost. I remember, um, when was that? Was it 2014, 2015, 2015? After the job, my uncle passed away and my mom had to come back. And when she came back, I remember, I think around January, February of 2016, I was sick. I was really sick. I could not leave the bed. I just woke up one day and all my joints were paining me and I could not leave the bed. So I was taken to the hospital and they said I have brucellosis. That's I'm not supposed to drink milk. I'm not supposed to take meat, and I'm not the kind of person that like all those kind of stuff. So I was kind of shocked that I had it. Okay, at that period, people started saying that I aborted, like I aborted. So it really got to me and I felt so sad. Mind you, the reason why I'm telling you this is because these are the people that I trusted. These are the people that I see going to church every single time, attending church, this, things and this. So things were really not adding up to me, okay? Um After that I started working. I actually moved out from home in 2017, I moved out from my home. That's why I met the father of my child. We started living together and I got pregnant. And trust me, when I left home in 20 what? I think I left home around 2016 or something. The next time they saw me was December of 2017 when I was, I think, 7 months pregnant. That's when I went back home. That's when I went back home. Um, that's when they saw me again. And I remember when I came home, a very close person asked me if my pregnancy was from a certain tribe. And I was like, oh my God, not again. I, I don't like such kind of topics. So, but what can you do? I was like, no, he's from this place. And I was like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. So I remember I stayed with my mom the whole of December, the whole of January. In February, that's when was my due date. And I remember I just wanted to spend time with my mom. I remember people started saying, I'm staying now at my mom's place. Did my now then husband, did he chase me away from home? Blah, blah, blah. And these things, I'm the kind of person that will hear something and I will not come and confront you. Um, I will just like put it in me and just be silent. That's me, okay? So I remember I went back to my house. I gave birth to my son. You know, I know that kind of stuff actually. So, let's talk now about coming to Islam. Um, After the job that I was doing, Corona came, right? So I actually stopped working a month before Corona like hit Kenya. So after a while, I got a job to where my sister works. So I was employed there. And I remember at that time, um, my boss had opened another shop. So my sister was in the other shop, and me and the other lady, we were in the shop. So across our shop, we used to have a Muslim. She's a Muslim lady. She also has a Muslim employees. So by this time now, I can see now Muslims. We are also having Muslim clients. Okay, this is now the first time I'm working in the CBD. Like now, I'm interacting with different type of people. Okay. I remember I also used to have there was a Muslim shop upstairs and I used to have a friend there. She's also my friend, just that I'm away from home right now. So I can see them, they're dressing up, they're praying, they're doing this, and I was just being curious, but I was not as curious as I came to be extra curious a few months later. So I remember in the morning we get to the shop, the opposite shop now, the Muslim shop, they will start playing the Quran. By that time, I didn't know what they were playing because it was playing in Arabic. And I used to get so annoyed. I used to ask my colleague, what are these people playing? Can't they like playing it on the low and all that kind of stuff? Okay. And I used to be annoyed. I would be like, even these guys, they don't come to ask them why they are whatever they are playing is so high. But if for us, we just put some gospel music, they're going to come and start shouting, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And when I say Allah guides whom He wills, trust me, He does. Okay. It's not like I was enemies with the people next shop. No, I wasn't. We used to be friends. So I remember they just used to play the Quran and all that kind of stuff. At this point in my life, I was lost. I was not going to church. I was not praying. I used to pray, but not as regularly. I was not, I was just being me. Was just being me. I don't go to church. I don't do all that kind of stuff. So I remember I used to listen to Joyce Meyer. I used to listen to some Christian podcast. Okay, but I don't know. Something was missing. Something was just amiss. And now, um, TikTok was already there. So I'm on my page. I'm scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. You know, that time I used to do normal TikTok videos. I'm not a Muslim, so I used to do dancing challenges and all that kind of stuff. So I came across one person. Her name is Zainab. Zainab, if you are going to watch this, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you a lot. And you know, she was just making videos of how I reverted to Islam. And I was like, oh, now I was started to get curious, okay? She reverted to Islam. So someone can leave this and become a Muslim, okay? So I started watching her videos, and she was like how it all started, how she even took the Shahada without anybody else knowing, how how okay, so she used to make funny videos of how like it's not easy to tell people that you've become a Muslim because you don't know how people are going to react to it. So she will say, nowadays I just wear things loose. I'll put my hijab in the bag. Once I leave the house, I get to the corner, I put on the hijab, I go, I do my stuff, I come back, this is this. I'll close my room, I'll pray and all that kind of stuff. So I started getting curious, and I remember I inboxed her and we started talking because at that time in my life I was listening to Mufti Menk because I think I came across Mufti Menk TikTok videos, and my curiosity led me to his YouTube channel where I all the lectures, trust me, all the lectures. I listened to all his lectures, and if you're a revert, Mufti Menk, he's a more of a fun kind of person. I think his lectures makes you connect more, and he's more elaborating in his lectures. So I think as a revert, someone would understand more. Okay. So at this point, I'm listening to Mufti Menk. I'm also talking to a friend who is a revert because I never knew people were reverts. At this point, let me tell you, the way when you want to be something, now you start seeing more of things. I started seeing many Muslim people coming to the shop. At this point, I was like, I never used to see I never used to see you guys here. What's happening? What's not happening? Like a lot of Muslim people were coming to the shop and all that kind of stuff. At this point, I'm like, yo, and it was almost Ramadan. I was like, oh my god. And I remember Zainab telling me, I was really talking to her, and I remember her telling me, whenever you are ready, she wrote for me the Shahada and texted me, and she told me, Wilda, whenever you are ready, just say the Shahada, even if you are going to be alone, just say it, and then once you're ready, I'll take you to the masjid and take your Shahada. And I was like, okay. So I was like, Ya Allah, you know when I'm going to be ready. So guide me, okay? So I'm listening now. I've started even listening to the Quran. I've started, like, the translations. I can start reading the translations. I'm When I'm cleaning the shop, I'm just listening to Mufti Menk. I'm listening to the lectures. I'm trying to familiarize myself with Islam. On the next shop, I went there and I told her, actually, I want to become a Muslim. And I remember they were so excited, like, really. I was like, yeah, I want to become a Muslim. And I told my sisters and I told my bros, and they're like, are you sure? Because they know me, they know my past life. So they were really shocked, and they were not quite sure if that's truly what I wanted. But I told them, yes, I am going to become a Muslim. And I remember I had saved money actually. One Sunday, I told my sister, yeah, I'm going to Italy. I want to grab some few clothes and I'll be coming back. I remember I went, I bought hijabs. I didn't know, abayas are quite expensive, especially if you're buying like new abayas. So I got myself like long dresses, long skirts. I started buying like long sweaters because by that time I didn't have abayas. I started getting myself long sweaters. At least I'll cover up. So now I was like, I'm ready to start wearing modest clothing. By that time, I had braids. Actually, I think they were like 2 weeks old braids. And I was like, okay, I just cut them off. Like, I just cut the edges so I can like be able to hold them in a bun. And I was told you have to take off the braids. And I was like, okay. So after a week, I took off the braids. By this time, I was already learning the prayer on YouTube. I was learning how to pray. So when I wanted to pray, I didn't even have a prayer mat. I used to use a certain rug we used to used to take pictures. I used to pray on it. So when it's time for prayer, I'll put my phone, I'll play the prayer, and I'll pray, and I'll finish. And I was really eager to know how to pray. Once I knew how to pray, you don't know how excited I was. Like, I was so excited because I was like, at least now I know how to pray. I just now need to know the Jews or the surahs of which to like be praying, at least to, not use the same surahs to pray. Okay. So now Ramadan was here. Okay. We all know how 2021 Muslim community blew up the TikTok. Shout out to you guys. There was this challenge that they were doing, and I was like, that was so interesting. Like, it caught everyone's attention at that time. Trust you me. Like, 2021 Ramadan was the best. Even this one, they're the best. So at that time, I was like, oh my god, I had fallen in love with the Deen so much. And I remember, I think the first week of Ramadan is the day I can't remember the specific day, but it's when I said the Shahada that Zainab had sent it to me. Oh, and it was such a transforming moment for me. At that time, I started now dressing modestly. I remember the first time I put on the hijab, everyone was shocked. They were like, "Are you for real? Are you sure you started? Are you like?" I was like, "Yeah, I have. I have become a Muslim now. I'm going to be a Muslim, and you know, yeah, that's how it was." So now the seventh, seventh, 5-7, 7-5. May 7th is when Zainab came. We went to the masjid. We went to Jamia Mosque. That's where we went. And I took my shahada there, and I was given the Quran. They also gave me a dera, for prayer as a starting point for me. And it was just amazing. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, it has been life transforming for me. I have seen so many doors opening for me as a Muslim. I've seen Allah guiding me through the hardest things in my life, and I've also been tested. I'm not going to lie. I'm still being tested. Okay, and to any revert out there, may Allah make it easy for you all. um it's not an easy journey, especially if you are not surrounded by people who are going to support you. We see a lot of people saying they're even scared to talk to their parents. For me, actually, I never went to tell my mom that, Mama, I've become a Muslim, Dad, I've become a Muslim. I never told anybody because I felt this is my choice, this is my life choice. Okay, but my sisters told my mom, they also told my dad. Actually, I've for the 2 years I've not met my dad since I became a Muslim, so he has not seen me in over 2 years now, because after I became a Muslim, after some months is when I came to Dubai, so I never got a chance to go and see him. But my journey has been amazing. I'm still learning. I'm still elevating slowly by slowly, and this year, inshallah, I hope I want to start learning the Quran in Arabic. May Allah make it easy for us, you guys out there who can recite the Quran in Arabic. May Allah bless you guys, because some of us are yearning for that. We are yearning for that. Sometimes when I go to the masjid, and they're reciting the Quran, there are some surahs that I know, but most of them I don't know. So I just tell Allah, I don't know what is being really said, but may you give me the heart, and may you give me your knowledge and understanding to understand your words. Okay, so that has been my journey so far. um I'm so grateful for Allah for bringing me to this side of life. I don't know, right now I don't think I can live not being a Muslim. I'm now used to this life. I feel like I've been more of a Muslim than I was in my past years. And actually, to my surprise, people think that I am not a revert unless I tell them. They say I don't really look like a revert unless I do tell them I'm a revert. I'm actually like, Alhamdulillah, this is the time of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, I'm now 2 years of being a revert. And they're like, oh, really? You don't even really look like you're a revert. The way you carry yourself, you people will think that you've been a Muslim all your life. So, Alhamdulillah for that. May Allah continue shining His nur upon my life because you guys, it's such an amazing. So yes, that has been my journey so far. That is my revert story, and I hope you guys will like this video. Make sure you subscribe guys. We are almost 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe, like this video, hit on your notifications bell because I'm embarking to my content creation, and Alhamdulillah, I know things are really going to work out for me, and I can't wait to show you guys how what I've been hiding for the past 2 years. This has been one of the main things that I've not been able to come and do a YouTube video because for my TikTok family, they already know I've been with them since I became a Muslim, so they know I'm a Muslim. But for my YouTube family, here I am 2 years later telling you I became a Muslim. So I hope you guys really like this video. Like, subscribe, share, hit on your notification bell so you don't miss any amazing videos. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Jazakallah khair. Bye, guys.